Man United's first black goalscorer in death hoax. Remi Moses' wife tells his former club he has died aged 65 as they announce his funeral, but his alive and well Ruben Amorim has been encouraged by the behaviour of his Manchester United squad at the weekend. After an excellent second-half comeback produced a 2-1 victory at Crystal Palace, Mason Mount was seen offering support to Remi Moses, who appeared dejected after conceding the penalty, eventually converted at the second attempt by Jean-Philippe Mateta. The rest of the group rallied around the 20-year-old defender, and the boss believes it is evidence that the players are understanding the sort of team spirit required to achieve success. "For me, as a manager, it's really important," he told MUTV's Mark Sullivan in his exclusive club media interview. "But I take it as normal. If you spend so many hours with one guy, if you have a common goal, if you suffer all together. I think we should support each other because, in the end, we have our friends, we have our club, but, in the end, we are the guys who can change everything. To change everything, it cannot be one guy alone. It has to be all of the guys. I think they are slowly understanding that. We need to be really tight to cope with all the bad moments and even the good moments. So I'm really pleased with that." Amorim also explained that Matheus Cunha is desperate to return to action, after missing the games against Everton and Palace. "He's really excited," said the boss. "And he's going to, I think if he has the opportunity, he is going to play with that joy that we need. He needs to be ready. It's going to be a tough match. He is one more option, a clear option, to help us to play better." Man United's first black goalscorer in death hoax. Remi Moses' wife tells his former club he has died aged 65 as they announce his funeral, but is alive and well. Man United's first black goalscorer in death hoax. Remi Moses' wife tells his former club he has died aged 65 as they announce his funeral, but is alive and well. And in a statement from Dr. Pigadakian on Wednesday, they report that it was his wife who informed them of Moses' death. However, journalist Andy Mitten has dispelled those rumors, confirming that he is alive. Understand, social media rumors of Remi Moses dying are not true. He's alive and well, he wrote on X on Wednesday afternoon. But had he looked on social media, he'd have seen how many people absolutely loved him as a player. Mitten's post was soon clarified further by a family member of Moses, who confirmed he is still alive and well. "I have just spoken with my brothers, his sons. Can confirm the legend is still alive and well," came the response to Mitten's post. Daily Mail Sport understands that Manchester United are aware of the false reports with Moses alive and living in Greater Manchester, not Greece. It is unclear how this misinformation has been reported, with Moses' wife incorrect news leading to a full statement from Dr. Pigadakian, who paid tribute to Moses, even declaring that a funeral will take place on December 13th. "Our club had the honour, for a short time, to collaborate in sports with the veteran Manchester United footballer, Remi Moses, when in the 2020-2021 season, he was the coach of our women's team," they wrote, as reported by Imrazante. To the fanatical football fans, and not only to the fans of the Barbados of English football, he will always remain in our minds, as that football player in the mid-80s, who wrote endless kilometres in the midfield of Manchester United. His great football moment was the qualification in 1984, against Barcelona, when he personally limited Maradona to these 2 matches. Remi, for several years now, has been a permanent resident of Zakynthos. With our club, and with its people, he has always had communication and a two-way sporting respect. These feelings led his wife to contact us immediately yesterday, Tuesday morning, to inform us that Remi is no longer with us, and to ask for some small help. Our club expresses its deepest condolences to his family. The funeral service will take place on Saturday, December 13th at 12 o'clock noon, in the parish of Argasi. On October 21, 1981, Moses became United's first ever black goalscorer when he scored a late winner in a 1-0 triumph over Middlesbrough at Old Trafford. That was one of 12 goals he scored during 7 seasons at the club. His time at United was plagued by injuries, and recurring knee problems ultimately forced him to retire prematurely in 1989 at the age of 28. However, he did win the 1983 and 1985 FA Cups, despite missing both finals due to first, suspension, and secondly, injury. He also won the 1984 Charity Shield. Thank you for the listening.